Hello, everyone. How you doing? This is the Mr. James White Jr. 13. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I have someone who is dear to my heart. He is a author. He is a painter. He is a carpenter. He is a man of many trades. I have known this man from some time. I have to some and hopefully in the near future, many. I have William Alexander, everybody. How we doing, sir? How we doing this evening?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Awesome, awesome. All is well. I mean, this has been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. And so we stepping out right now. We looking to do something brand new. And here we are. I thank you for your time. Thank you for
Thank you for
blessing
having
your time. And just want to ask you some questions and let the people get to know who you are. Once again, I've already said your name. You're William Alexander, a man of many, many, many talents and many gifts. So, I want to start out with some questions. We have, some time tonight, and let's see how this goes. All right. So, our first question that we have for you: where are you from? Where are you from? Can you
I
tell us a
was
your upbringing, where you're from, and things like that?
yeah, I was born in Los Angeles, California, and was raised in Compton.
Compton.
Compton. I'm from the hood.
From the, okay. Okay. So tell us a little bit about Compton. Tell us. I'm from Inglewood, California. So
Oh,
I was born in
you're
Cincinnati,
not you're not you what you about a rock throw away. That's all.
not that far away. 1984. Yes, California, West Coast born, South Florida. Well, North Florida raised. I say West born, South raised. That's what I like to say. So yeah, I'm an Inglewood baby. I'm an Inglewood baby.
Oh,
Yes.
cool, cool.
A bit
Did you
about.
did you go to did you go to Inglewood High?
No, I was raised primarily in the South, in
Oh,
Tallahassee.
okay.
I'm here in Tallahassee, Florida. When we first came to Florida, we moved to Sanford, Florida. It has a lot of historical things, but good and bad. But that's where we started out. I started out my schooling in there from kindergarten, I believe. Was it preschool to kindergarten? Then we moved to Tallahassee, and that's where I was raised most of my adulthood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So tell
I went to Compton High School.
me, in Compton High School, tell us, a
Compton
little,
High School,
tell us about
the home of the tar babes, as we used to say.
Barbados.
The
I,
tar babes, blue and white.
Blue and white. I was I'm a child of three, so I have two sisters, and I'm the youngest. So my oldest sister, she was raised in Tallahassee. The other one, her and I, we were raised in well, the other one was raised in California, and I was there until I was about four, five-ish. So I'm really a Florida baby, you know. But yeah, tell us about California. Tell us about California.
Well, um, California is a nice place to visit and be. Of course, I'm not there, but California is nice. If you like the West Coast, if you like the melting pot, I think California is a melting pot for all people, and I
Yeah,
like California.
you like
Hmm.
California. Um, what what are some of the good and things about Compton? Because when you hear about Compton, the first thing that comes to mind is gangster rap or hood life, and the stereotype: everybody's a gangster, everybody's a killer, everybody's a murderer. And of course that comes from the hip hop world and all these things. Is it really really like that all the time from your remembrance growing up?
It was some challenges coming up in Compton. That's for sure. It was gang activity
Okay.
in Compton. Of course, I wasn't a part of it. I was trying to escape it.
I know.
so,
Every,
but
yeah.
a lot of but at the same time, a lot of good people came out of Compton. A lot of Compton has produced some mainstream people.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so, can any good thing come out of Compton? Yes.
Hey, what they said in the Bible, can anything good come out of Nazareth?
Yeah.
You know, can
so,
anything good come out of Compton? Hey, say William
yeah.
Alexander came
So
out of Compton.
it's a lot of good things that have come out of Compton. So,
Yeah, because
yeah.
I just don't like the fact that they're always stating like the only way you can make it out of certain black communities, you gotta rap, you gotta play basketball, you gotta do something, you gotta be the status quo black. If you're not athletic or if you're not in the music field, or you pretty much can't make it. It's not as if they try to make it as people can't think. And I would say for someone that's gifted like you, a book writer, I mean, that comes to show, hey, that's not true. I mean, because you have to be, in my opinion, you have to be a thinker to be a writer, right? I mean, that's just my thinking. What would you say to that?
I, I would say to, hey, do what you have to do.
You have to do okay.
Mhm.
Do you have any siblings in California?
I do. I have siblings in California.
Okay, how many? If you have any brothers, sisters, how
My
many?
my older sister and my younger brother, they are in California as of right now.
Okay, okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So, how old are you, Mr. William?
Oh my God, you you threw the age question. This December I'll be 64.
64. Wow,
Yes.
you look good for 64. You look like you're a young man. I would say about probably 50 or something like that. You hold it very well.
Thank you.
Hold it very well. Seriously, no, seriously, you hold it very well. I see you have what's the instrument in the back?
Oh, that's my harp.
That's your harp. So you're a musician also.
Yes.
Wow. How long have you been playing the harp?
I've been playing my harp for the last 28 years.
28 years.
Yeah.
So pretty
Yeah,
much.
I used my main instrument is cello. I
Hmm.
used to play in the symphony orchestra. I used to play in the symphony orchestra here in Tallahassee.
Really?
So yeah, I love orchestral works. I love classical music.
Wow. So you could be an instructor if you wanted to.
If I wanted to, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 28 years if you've been playing, I mean, I would consider that like a professional. That's just in my opinion. I mean, so
Well,
like, is it like a hobby or is that just something that you like if you
yeah,
really
like it's a hobby. Like I said, my main instrument is cello, but I love the harp.
yeah.
So I've been playing, like I said, I've been playing it now for about 26, 27 years now. Going on 28 years now.
Wow, that is
So
awesome.
I play at weddings and stuff like that, tea parties, little events that people call me to play in.
So
It's fun.
have you been playing some in Tallahassee?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, okay. Have there been any prominent people like some big ballers or is
I haven't got any big ballers yet, but in people's own right, they're pretty. Some folks that I play for is
it
pretty
has some
cool.
they had some names.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay. So I see some paintings in the background. Are those something that you have of your own or that you bought, or are these your own creations?
all of the artwork in the back, hanging up is my own artwork, my own pieces.
Wow, those are awesome. Are you selling those, or these also your?
Yeah, I do sell them. I've done a couple of pieces for some clients. So yeah, they are for sale. I do pieces, particular works.
Those are beautiful. I love that. I want to say navy bluish, the one over your right shoulder, over your right shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that silverish grayish gold look. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you
Yeah,
like
those
it.
are nice. And those are hand done or
Yes. They're hand done. They
wow.
are on cotton canvas.
Wow. How long does it take for you to create something like that?
It 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 takes a little bit.
It takes some time. So that's just nothing that you just messing around with. That like takes some time, some energy, some thought, and
Yeah, it takes it takes a little bit. I usually create when I'm in that creative mood. I just don't do something. But when I'm really feeling like doing some art pieces or doing some work,
mhm.
I go at it, and depending on how I'm feeling and if I have the time, some pieces will take about a week and a half uh, to do. And like I said, depending on how much time I have, but I love to do it. I'm always creating something.
Nice, nice. I mean, like I'm telling you guys, he's a creator, he's a musician. I didn't really know he was a musician like that, and I seen the harp in the back. So, but I mean, he does it all. Okay, so you're a writer. Okay, so how much material do you have as a writer? How many books? What books do you have?
I have written 3 books,
Mhm.
four little small mini books, as I call them,
Okay,
and I've written my first children's book.
you have a children's book. Oh wow,
Yes,
what would be the name of it?
it's called Pots, Pots, Pots.
Pots, pots, pots. Do you have any? Do you have one on you that you can show us?
Yes, I do, and I hope you can see it.
Pots, pots, pots. Okay, okay, that's nice. That's nice. So how many pages does pots, pots, pots contain?
Pots, Pots, Pots contain. Okay, it's not number one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27 pages.
27 pages. So would that be considered a short book, or like what realm would that be in? Would it be like a short book or a story book or what?
Short, yeah, short little story.
Storybook. So is that something like um that you would put like in a what type of read would it be? Like a kindergartner's book, third
But
grade?
I would say for grade level, um, to maybe 4 to 9,
49,
um,
49, that's probably
4 to 8.
yeah, that's
There's
probably about fourth
there's so
grade.
much different reading levels there out there. So, but
Yeah.
you know, believe it or not, uh, I got a lot of grown fans that won't even give it to their kids. I call the people I brought it from me, and they liked it so much. They got it on the coffee table, and when and one lady said, "This is not for you. This is for me." I mean, I got grown ups that I like it. That I like in my book. It's been one parent emailed me, and it was so funny. She says, "Alex, if I read my book one more time to my little girl, I'm gonna hit you upside the head." her daughter, her daughter just likes it so much. She always asking um her parents to read it to her. So now she's mad at me because you bought it. But it's
Wow.
great. It's when I hear stuff like that, it really is phenomenal to see that
Wow.
someone would be a child would be that interested and love that book so much. That really says something to me.
So writing books or making books, is this one of your passions? Or is it
I was I would say yes, it's one of my passions.
Is one of your passions. Okay. When did you start writing?
I started writing in 1989. It's when
1980.
I first did my first little book.
Mhm.
It was called Brosis, the God Kind of Food. And from there it just took off.
Wow.
And I had never stopped writing since.
Now, was it something that you sold, or was it something that you just held dear to yourself? And he was like, "This is my baby. This is something I'm going to keep for myself." Or were you never in the entrepreneur space at that time? It was just something like, "I like this. This is for me."
It was something for me that I just kind of wanted to share. I never did think about it as, oh, I'm going to write this book and I'm going to publish. I don't think I had that mindset at first,
Uh-huh.
but it was my little small project and I graduated from there.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember how many pages that book probably was?
Yes, I do actually. It was 24 pages.
It was 24.
It was a quick read. It really wasn't big, but it was a quick read, and I expounded on it later on and made it a bigger, if I could say a bigger read,
Mhm.
extended the content of the book, and
Okay. So
so yeah.
is it is that out right now for sale, or is it something that you just have?
No, no, I believe it or not, I sold out of it, and I'm in the works of rewriting that manuscript and re-releasing it.
Nice, nice, nice. Now, let me ask you this. Was it your dream to become a writer?
No,
No. Okay.
no,
Okay. So tell me.
no. I never. I can't say that when I was coming up. Oh, I was just going to be a writer. I was going to, I'm going to be New York's bestseller.
Yeah, yeah.
I never had that mindset at all. I wrote my first book, and I just never stopped writing, and I kept growing in the area of my knowledge. And one book came, the next book came, the next book came, and that's how it happened. But now I really have a passion for it. I'm like, wow, this is
Uh, do you,
and I think it's just so rewarding when people read what you have done and they
that's
really like
what I was going to ask you next. Yeah, yeah. So you said, so it's one of your joys is seeing other people enjoy your thoughts
it.
on paper.
Exactly.
Your thoughts on,
Exactly.
yeah, that,
And again, I didn't think from the start, I didn't think much of what I was doing because I said I can't say that I was going to grow up and, oh, I'm going to be this famous author. I'm going to this and that. It wasn't like that for me.
uh-huh.
It started coming out of me. I didn't ever know it was in me until I started writing. And that's when another world opened up for me.
Wow,
That's
wow. What, let's cut, if I, Lord help me if I can come back to that, but what were some other talents that you had growing up?
Say that again.
What were some other talents that you had growing up? Because I mean, you seem like you have so many talents now. Like, what was your thing that you wanted to be growing up? Or did you have a thing like some like me? I wanted to be the football player or whatnot, and I did it to up to such a level. But then my time came. But that was what I wanted to be. Did you ever have that one thing that you wanted to be?
I had, believe it or not, to my chagrin, I I wanted to be a lot of things. I never could I never could narrow down something that I really wanted to do because I was just interested in so many things
Hmm.
that I never did focus per se on any one thing.
Okay.
But I think now in my life now, I'm focusing I'm I'm focusing on my writing and my artwork. When I was coming up, at one time I wanted to be this famous conductor. I was always I love the New York Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra. When I was growing up, uh, Leonard Bernstein was the conductor of the New York Philharmonic, and I thought, oh my God, I want to be a conductor. And
Yeah.
I remember I love Seiji Ozawa, the conductor of the Boston Symphony, and all these famous conductors.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was a fan of John Williams. Star Wars and all that classical music. I love that. So I just wanted to be some of in that field in music and be a conductor. And then that kind of changed. I ran track for a little while, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll run track. I was all over the place.
Yeah. Have you ever written any music?
No,
No. Well, not saying
no.
like lyrical music, but have you ever written the music?
No.
Like, do you
I
know how to
played it, but never written it.
play it? So you know how to read music?
I know how to read music, yes.
Wow, that okay, because that's a talent in its own. From I mean, people because and people who, from what I know, in music in the music business, it's not always the writer who usually makes the money. It's the producer of the music, person who makes the beats, the person who I guess even writes the music sometimes. It's not the person who gets up there and does the rapping or the singing and stuff. That whoever makes the beats and music and whoever does the writing. So that's why I asked you, are you a writer of music? But we know you have a talent for the instruments and stuff like that. So I mean, it was just something that came to me. But man, yeah, you're like super talented. You're super talented. I mean, there's so many. When I look at you, it's like I see so many avenues like where you can win. Like you can be such an inspiration to so many people. I mean, you got music, you got books, you got paintings in the background. It's like you're that guy. You're that guy. You're that guy.
If I was to say anything to be any kind of influence, I would say follow your passion. Sometimes that sounds so cliche
Yeah, yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's so stated now, and it sounds like, oh, that's the thing to say.
Yeah.
But for me at my age and stage now, I would definitely say to anybody, follow your passion. Really follow what you really want to do,
Hmm.
because it means so much. Get out of you what you want to share with the world. Be you. Be who you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Be that person that creates, that designs, that do. If you want to do certain things, wasn't when I was coming up. Some certain things wasn't. How I want to say this, for men to do.
Hmm.
If you know what I mean. Some certain things wasn't. Oh, men don't do that. Oh, you don't follow. That's not what men do. We play sports. We do this. We do the men thing.
Hmm.
Um, so many so many times we try to place that on people who it doesn't fit,
Hmm.
and we tend to ignore their real talent, their real skill, and their real ability. So I would tell anybody, man, follow who you are, man. Shut the world out.
There you go. There
Shut
you
what they shut out what they want you to do, and be who God's created you to be. Do that. Do that.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question here. When you write, does the title come first or does the story come first?
And believe it or not, in so many of my writings, the story comes first.
Really?
And then, yeah, the story comes first. And then after I've written the story, and depending on how it reads, then I tend to put the title to it. So
Hmm.
I've never, some of my books, I've never said, oh, this is what the title is, and then I'm going to write it out. Sometimes I have a thought or have a moment, and I'll start sketching some ideas. And then once it's done, I title it then. Oh, it's going to be called that.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let me ask you this here. Are there any things particular that cause you to write? Are there any particular things that cause you to write? Do you write out of thought, emotions, out of sight, out of understanding? What causes you? Is this something that singles you in to write any of the projects that you've written?
When you asked me that question, one thing came to my mind. I was in my room. Believe it or not, I was in my room sewing. I
Mm-hmm.
was sewing, and while I was sewing, I was listening. I was listening to the soundtrack score, John Williams' "Close Encounters of the Third Kind."
Mm-hmm.
And when I was writing, when I was listening to the score, all of a sudden, a thought came to my mind, and I start writing, and I read, it's a children's book, a children's
Mm-hmm.
story, and it's called The Cave Seekers.
Um,
And it came, and it came from me listening to the soundtrack score of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And it
wow.
caused me to write a book called The Cave Seekers. And it's really cool. So sometimes I'll get in a mode, or I'll think of something and it sets me off.
Yeah,
And what
yeah.
I try to do when I'm in that mode, I try not to break it. I
Okay.
try to stay right there until I have exhausted what I think is going to be.
Okay.
So a lot of times, yeah, the story will come first, and then I'll title it at the end.
Wow. All right. For the sake of time, we have probably about another good 5 minutes or so. So, is there a place that you're selling any of your materials? Like you say, you have some paintings back there. You have some clients or whatnot that you sold paintings to. Do you have a number where somebody can contact you to come and do some music for them for a party, or a place where you're selling your
Yeah,
books?
they can as far as the paintings and me playing, they can email me
Okay. Do you
at
have it?
they can email me at gotowam@gmail.com.
Okay.
And as far as my books are concerned, Pots is on Amazon
It's on
right now,
Amazon.
and um, a couple of the other books that I have taken it to the streets. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
Matter of fact, I have a
they,
copy of that one too myself. That's a very good book, guys. If you look on my YouTube, sometimes on some of the shorts I've done, you might see me. I have this book up actually, so you guys check that out. Okay.
for those that can contact me, because I'm reconstructing my website. Matter of fact, as we speak, and changing some things around.
Okay.
So they can always email me, or if they want to call me, they can call.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Just
that number is,
text you through email. They can get your phone number that way instead of just, I guess, throwing it out
yes,
right now.
yes,
Okay, so guys,
yes.
if you want to get in contact with Mr. Alexander, contact him through the email. What's your email one more time?
GOTOWAM@gmail.com.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, we're like I said, we're almost out of time and everything. Is there any positive words you want to leave out there for anybody? Any word? Let me ask you, are you a man of God?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, man of God. Okay, okay. What's a positive word? Something that comes from me from the word, from the good word, from the book.
From the word.
From the word. Give us a word. Give us a word. What's something that can come to your mind? I know you're quick on your feet. I know you're quick on your feet when it comes
You
to
gotta be
the
quick on your feet. And the first thing that came in my mind in all things, whatsoever you ask in prayer, believing, you shall receive.
word. Hey,
That's the word. That's the word of the day.
ask, seek, and knock. I'm telling
Yes, and yes, yes.
you.
Matter of fact, I'm so grateful that you had me come on your show, and
Hey,
I'm excited for this very reason because this is a this is a beginning for me. If you want to, if you want to, if you want to see, this is, let me say it like this. This is my first time, and I'm letting my audience know, boy, get ready because I'm going to be in your face. I'm,
Amen. Hey, so hey,
I'm going to start
when
pushing.
you got to blow up everybody, let them know where it started. It started out on the Mr. James White Jr. 13.
Yes, yes. And let me tell my audience, man, put fear aside. Put fear aside. Fear will hold you back.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I'm excited. I'm going to be releasing some great things. I'm going to be in your face. People, people have told me, oh, oh, you can't. But you know what? I bought into that one time, but now I'm not buying into that anymore. I can. And we can do all things through Christ Jesus that strengthens us. So be encouraged. So you're going to see a lot of me, William Alexander, bringing you joy and good stuff. It's my
Amen.
slogan. And I'm going to
There
talk to you
you go.
too.
You heard him. You heard him. You heard him, everybody. All right. Peace and blessings to everybody who joined in tonight. We pray all is well with everybody. And be blessed until the next time we see you again. All right. God bless.